So we have 3 different knee pads to look at today. These are the Fly Kneepads. A lot of people start in these because they are the cheapest ones to buy. They slide up the leg. The foam inside is very firm, so it doesn't give you much cushioning. You've got 2 straps to work with, and that's it. I haven't found a way of taking the foam out of these, so if you want to wash them, chances are you're going to have to leave the foam inside. There might be a way to take this kneecap off. I think the only way to get it off is to actually like break it or use some kind of tool. So as far as I know, you can't replace the kneecap if it breaks. You have to buy a whole new knee pad. I've used these several times, and when I fall on them, they hurt. This is actually what I hurt my left knee in. I fell on it 3 times on a concrete floor while wearing this, and the 3rd time I could not get up. So the Fly knee pads might be fine for you to start with, just to have something on you, but these are definitely not a long-term solution. So I'm wearing the S1s on this side, the 187 Pros on this side. S1s are definitely less bulky. You can both see it and you can feel it when you're skating. So if you hate bulkiness, the S1s are going to win in that category. The thing I don't like is they travel very far down the leg compared to the 187. So the plate actually ends here. And the rest of this is just padding. And then this one here, the plate ends here, and there's like a teeny, teeny, tiny bit of padding, but the plate basically just ends there. And the padding itself is really interesting. First, let's look at the plates, though, and then we'll flip them over. So for reference, here's a marker. This is the 187 Pro Derbys. And then over here, we can see these plates are much, much, much bigger. They're designed to cover mostly the shin and then a little above the knee, whereas this one, they're almost like just the knee and a teeny bit. Doesn't even go down to the shins, really. Like, they just kind of just stick to the knee. That's like all they do. So like, we flip it over, for example, we got the butterfly design, pretty typical. It's got a piece of padding in here that is very deep and it's very curved, and it just contours so well to the knee itself. But what's really, really brilliant is this bit up here. This is a separate piece of padding, this black part, and it acts as like a hinge. So it bends with your knee, and if you want to straighten your leg, it also goes with that. This foam isn't so firm that it can't be flexible, but it's firm enough that like you can feel it's going to take a lot to make this break. I mean, it's been 7 years and it's still doing fantastic. But that hinge technology is what really, really makes these so much more comfortable for me, even though they do stick out a little bit further. The S1s, there's 3 layers of padding, but the one that actually makes contact with your leg is basically just like a straight piece of padding. It has a slight bit of curvature here, but it's very, very small. Like, these are not really meant to be above the knee. They're meant to be like at the start of the knee and downwards. Whereas these, they kind of curve up a little bit over. This padding here that I was talking about covers above the knee, and I feel like these just do a better job of contouring. They're so much better at contouring with your knee, whereas these, they dig into my shins down here because they go down so far, and the foam just doesn't bend because it's one piece. It's just one piece. And it's possible going down a size could fix that issue. These are both mediums. I went to the shop. They did not have a size small for me to try. When I was sitting down, I think that was my biggest mistake, was I was just sitting when I put these on. I had no idea how painful this dig-in pressure point here was going to be. I don't have that experience with these. I think because the bottom of this foam, it's just soft enough that it doesn't dig in. These are like falling on pillows. These feel fine. They're not like falling on pillows, but I'm certainly not getting pain with them. It's just, they go down way too far, and this digging in here is just ridiculous. Like, what you're paying, you should not be in pain when you're wearing them. And that's what I feel, is I'm feeling the pain down here. It's literally distracting. So bulkiness, S1's way better. As far as the fit, the 187 Pro, they have it there. Like, they've just really mastered how to fit it to the knee. The only thing is the bulkiness. I don't know exactly how to fix that. I tried the 187 Slims, and they didn't feel good at all when I fell on them. Honestly, the Slims felt a lot like the S ones. They almost felt exactly the same to me. So I didn't like the Slims. I'm not loving the S ones. I'm sorry. They're so expensive. And if I had these lined up on a table and I just let my hand drift, it's always going to go to this one. Like it wants to go to this one. This is the one I want to pick up when it's time to pick up a knee pad. I never feel the urge to pick these up. This is like that piece of like makeup or hair care that you really want to love. Like you keep trying it thinking maybe this time it'll work out for you. But your pads are not something that you should have to try multiple times to figure out how to make them work. That's like, you're paying way too much money to deal with that. So the S ones are a no from me. So sorry. I wanted this to be a really positive review, but it's not. Sorry about that.